Hey, good morning, lovers. We are live here talking about the scariest part of entrepreneurship. Oh man, one of my most favorite conversations. I know it's a very real conversation. How are you guys doing today? What's going on in your world? I just got off of an amazing live Q&A here with some of our clients on the inside of the Bikini Biz Coach program. Really real and raw conversation, and I wanted to bring it out here with you because I think it's an important part of growing an online business. And let me know if you guys are tuning in here live. I'd love to see who's joining us here live. Where are you from? Drop a chat here and say hello. It's a beautiful day here in Mount Shasta. The sun is shining, and I just got off of this amazing call. And, one of the topics that was brought up was, hey, should I start hiring a salesperson to help me in my business? How do I know if my funnel's working? How do I know which ads are actually really profitable? Which ones should I scale? Vanessa, I'm having a hard time disqualifying people because I don't want to prejudge them. And then I end up kind of resentful of my business because I'm wasting so much time with unqualified people. What do I do? I help, my business is growing so fast. I just hired somebody. Should I keep them on? What should I pay them? Do I need to fire them? How do you know? How do you tell, who's an A player? How do you know, when is the right time to hire, and which role do I need to hire to grow my business, and which one do I need to let go of? So let's dive into these today. Hey, what's up? Heather from Oregon's in the house. I got to say something here, and this is a huge learning curve as you start growing your business and hiring team members to help support you. This is, a common problem when coaches go from being a solopreneur. I know I struggled with this big time. I'm going to tell on myself. Going from a solopreneur to somebody who has, whether it's employees or contractors, now you're having to trust people. And the truth is, no one's going to do things quite like you are. Some of your people are going to do things much better than you could do them. But it requires having trust. And we come to this really sharp edge in our life where, okay, wow, we've got all this money and all these clients coming in, but now I have no time. And this idea that, one day when I figure this out, or when I figure the ads out, or when I figure the sales out, or when I get that employee, or when I get that contractor, or when I get things going this way, I'm not going to have any more problems in my life or my business. And the truth about business is that you solve one problem and it creates another one. The truth about business is that you're going to really be in the game of a full-on contact sport, my friends. Entrepreneurship is a cleverly disguised full-on contact sport, masked as business building. But it's really personal development on hyperdrive, and it's going to trigger every single part of you. It's going to expose your soft pink belly. It's going to, make you take things personally. It's going to really expose you and raw, and give you an opportunity to reflect and look at yourself. And it is an incredible journey. I would not trade it in. And it's not easy, and it's scary. It's scary. It's scary hiring people. It's scary having difficult conversations. I watched a great video on Instagram of a friend of mine, and she said business building is really scary. And, you can tell yourself the story that you don't know what to do. And sometimes that's the case. Okay. Sometimes this is a new arena for you to know, what numbers do I track? How do I even look at my numbers, Vanessa? I know I need to track numbers, but which ones do I need to track? And how do I make sense of the numbers? And this is a new skill, and I hate tracking numbers, and these details drive me crazy. I get it. I had a lot of resistance to, stepping into being a leader and leading people, and moving from a solopreneur to somebody who, is growing a team and starting a movement, maybe like Take Your Power Back Now. I shared this story that I never wanted to share, and 5 years later, it's turned into an international movement. and blessed every day that I get to have amazing conversations with phenomenal women. Like, I call these women just trailblazers, man. Love leaders. So pat yourselves on the back if you're in that growth space. It can be very challenging and very scary. And it's important that you have guidance and mentorship and a tribe, a safe space where you can have conversations, because a lot of the time, you're in the trees over here and you don't even know you're lost in the forest. So how do you even know what questions to ask or where to look? You might not even know what questions to ask. And so that's why you need someone on top of the mountain who says, yeah, I've been there, hang a left at the fork over there. There's a big lake. Someone who has some perspective to guide you is really going to help. And we do that in our Bikini Biz Coach program. I'll drop the link here. Want to check out and say hi to everybody. Melanie from Winnipeg. What's up? La Quinta is here. Oh, Kelly Weaver's in the house. Lee Richter. Oh man, Lee Richter's a badass. Love you. All of you guys are badasses. And business building is fun. And it's also very challenging, and it's worth it. People used to tell me a long time ago, it's not about the money, it's about who you become. And I can definitely attest to that. The skills that you learn, the habits that you learn, the person that you become along the journey is something that the people that you impact by doing that. Money becomes some cool thing that you get to enjoy, but even that gets boring. I know it's kind of hard to believe that, but it really is. In the beginning, maybe you start a business because you want to have more time freedom. You want to quit your job. You want to, take your kids on cool vacations. Maybe you want to retire your husband. You want to pay off your mortgage. You want to redecorate your kitchen, whatever it is. You want to live your purpose. There's something bigger. There's something knocking on your heart and it's not going away. And okay, how do I make the income happen? And then that happens. And then there's like, well, what's after that? It's not about the money. It's kind of wild. It's about, who you become along the way and who you help. And that becomes really gratifying and satisfying. I don't know, there's no substitute for it. And it's not something that anyone can take away from you. And it's not something that you can avoid, You are going to have to learn. You are going to make mistakes. It's like you can't learn how to play soccer by reading books. You can't learn how to play soccer by reading books. You got to get in the game and kick a ball around and lose one or score a freaking goal, man. Holy shit! When you score a fucking goal, you're never going to forget that high. And you really help someone. You're never going to forget that. When you make your first sale, or you make your first 10,000, 20,000, pick a number, 50,000, 100,000, $500,000 a month. You never forget that. It's really rad. And I know that a lot of women, especially, have questions and they struggle with these things kind of by themselves, and there's no safe space for them to have these really important conversations. That's why I love masterminds. I love. Can I start singing? I love hosting masterminds because there's this like element of, I don't know what it is. It's new every time. It's magic. Somebody starts a conversation, it leads down a road nobody could have predicted. It answers so many questions. So many people relate. It serves so many people all at once. I think women learn better together. There's a big emotional component to business growth, and there's a lot of freaking fear. And it's okay to be afraid. It's been really hard for me to have a lot of conversations with people. And I remember a mentor of mine once told me that your income will grow to the extent that you're willing to have difficult conversations with people. And you know what? Sometimes that conversation's yourself. Sometimes it's a team member. Sometimes it's a client. Sometimes it's a vendor. Sometimes it's yourself. So where do you learn the tools and the habits and the skills and the way you assess things, key components like numbers? Success habits, results happen from habits. You build the right habits and the results naturally take care of themselves. Kind of wild. And we do that really well here at Take Your Power Back Now. We have an amazing program called the Bikini Business Coach Program, how to create a portable, profitable business you can rock in your bikini. I started out as a Canadian who wanted to escape winter, and I did that. I moved to Hawaii and had to learn online marketing, and failed and failed and failed, and kept leaning in and figured it out. Not without a lot of trial and error and a lot of growth. And it can be really scary. You don't have to do it alone. That's my main point here. Find a tribe, whether it's this program or someone else's program. Find a tribe, get support, because the cost of being stuck in the forest where you don't even know that you're stuck in a forest, versus having somebody tell you, hey, hang a left, hey, hang a right, hey, don't go down that trail, there's a big bog over there, you're gonna get stuck in that, been there before. That can save you years, and not just years and money in terms of growth, but your own confidence. The suffering, the unnecessary suffering and struggle and toil. Don't need to do that alone. So I love masterminds. I'm a part of one. I'm a fan of them. I've been running them now, group programs, since 2012 was my first one. Made a lot of mistakes. And I love teaching women how to move from, hey, my business is working, I've got some clients, and I'm, doing this coaching thing, but I know there's more and don't really know how to make that transition. How do I start serving one-to-many? How do I take my time back? How do I scale? Who do I hire? How do I get a vacation? How do I build myself like an ability to take a vacation? Really, really rad. So definitely check out bikinibizcoach.com if that's where you're at. Good Shepherd is here. She says, I'm a good singer. Oh, thank you. Davina Cabela's in the house. I love you too. Liked your Memorial Day video. Thank you. Denise Mitri, all of the above. Yeah, right? Kind of scary. So hope you guys had an amazing Memorial Day weekend. That was just last weekend. And I hope that wherever you are in your entrepreneurial journey, that you find some grace and tenderness with yourself, because it's not for the faint-hearted. You're going to develop really thick skin, man, one way or another. And it's a lot more fun to do it with a tribe of like-minded, I call them love leaders, people that think and act like you and don't think your dreams are big and crazy and too bodacious or too risky. Really, really important to find a tribe of people that think like you do and can support you. It's been amazing to be a part of a community like that. And I think that's probably what I'm the most proud of creating at Take Your Power Back Now, is a safe space for women to do that. Real inner healing work, like real reflection. Because your business is just an extension of your beliefs and your habits. So thick skin lovers, and it's scary. And if it's scary, like big deep breaths, you can do this. And I love you. And that's what I got for you guys today. Thanks for tuning in here live. My name is Vanessa Simpkins. Check out our Bikini Business Coach program. And I'll see you guys real soon.